How to buy your first deal with no money. If you are buying real estate for a home, if you're buying it for an investment, I'm going to tell you today on how to buy that deal with no money down. The first step is you have to find the real estate. Now, the key is finding something that is below market value. How do you do that? You start by searching data. Now, the easiest way, if you're just getting started in real estate, if this is your first time buying a home or if this is your first investment and you have no money, you have to do a little research. Now, I would recommend surrounding yourself with people that know a lot about real estate. First thing that I would recommend is searching for a local real estate agent or someone that you may know that's in real estate and sitting down with them for lunch and asking them all questions about real estate so you could really learn the process, how to go about finding real estate, how to fund real estate, and how to manage real estate. Because even if you're investing in real estate as a homeowner, you still need to learn a little bit about managing that real estate. You have to pay the bills related to that. You have to open up accounts for all different utilities. You have to open up account for your different essential services like telephone and cable. So there's a lot involved with the real estate in addition to how to buy it with no money down. Now, the key is what kind of money do you need when you buy real estate? So let's just use a simple example. If you're buying a piece of real estate, let's just say it's $1,000. The $1,000 is the total amount that you're going to need to buy that real estate. You don't have $1,000, so how are you going to buy it? Well, the financing aspect of it enables you to buy real estate. What is financing? Financing is where a bank or a lender or a hard money lender or a private lender, an institution, lends you money. They lend you a certain amount of money based on the value of that property. So for example, if that property is being bought for $1,000, they will loan you a certain percentage of that $1,000. Now, in a lot of cases, they will lend you 80% of the total value of that investment. So in this case, they would lend you $800. That's considered the mortgage and also the debt on that property. What does that do? That cuts down 80% of the money that you need to buy that property. Well, before you were thinking, how am I going to get all this money? How am I going to buy this property with no money down? Well, there you go. There's institutions, there's lenders that lend you 80% of the money. So now the question is much different. It's not how do I get $1,000? It's how do I get $200? How do I get the deposit for 20%? Well, let's think about that. If you're making your first investment and you're married, you have children, you have families and friends that can help you out with that 20%, you may start to save a little bit every week to get that 20% down payment, or you may even bring in an investor to help you give you that 20%. That's where the Modern Wealth Building formula comes into play in my new book. It shows you how to raise money and bring in investors to buy property with no money down. But the beauty here and the point that I really want to make is that you now have an understanding that you may have been thinking like, how do I get all this money? Like, just think about it. Now, I use an example of $1,000. If you're buying a property for $200,000, I can imagine you getting stopped in your track going, how am I going to get $200,000? Well, that would be a question if I asked myself, it would probably stop me in my track also. But once you understand capital stacks and funding and the breakdown of the funding and understanding that there's actually institutions and banks and people that want to give you 80% of the loan to the value of that property, that all of a sudden you only need 20%, it's a whole different thought process. Now, the key is learning how to get that other 20%. That's another whole conversation, which I'm going to talk to you in other subsequent videos, but I just want you to know that you're just chomping away at tackling this problem because now you only need 20%. And this is where you start to bring in private investors or families and friends, or you save your money to get that deposit to buy your first asset. And that's the key of buying property with no money. Go to kenvanloo.com, get a free strategy session, and learn more about the next steps you want to take in real estate and how to master real estate investing and make it an outstanding day.